Congratulations. How satisfying to pick up that award today?
Well, it's a measure, obviously, of the good month that we've had, and that's down to the players, really. They've been magnificent and really consistent. So it's for them more than it's for their performances more than anything I've done. So, well, it's great. We still got a bit of work to do, and we're in a good place at the minute, and we just want to keep the run going as long as we can.
This award obviously comes as part of this great run you've had since the turn of the year. How satisfying is it the way the team has responded? Because I guess that was probably the most challenging moment of your second spell. People were looking for a reaction from how things were at New Year, the fact the gap had been closed, and you've responded fantastically.
Yeah, we were confident that we would get a reaction, and but not in the way we've done it. They've been playing superbly. We're in a semi-final as well, obviously, so we've got that to look forward to. But our league form's been fantastic, and even on Wednesday night, even though it was the first 2 points we've dropped since the turn of the year, the performance and the level of the performance was very high.
I know you've spoken previously this season about how you're perhaps a different manager, a different person second time round, but I just wonder how you approached kind of rebooting things after Christmas. Did you do it differently to perhaps you would have done before, or was it just more of the same? How did you go back to the players after the break?
Well, we had a bit of a chat with them before we started work in Dubai, and then we John, Damien, John Curry, the fitness guys, we put them through their paces, give them a good week, hard work and a bit of relaxation, and I think that benefited us enormously. And you can see that with the results and the performances. When touch wood, we're pretty much injury free as well, even though we've had a very heavy schedule of games.
Can I just ask you about Tom Rogic? There's some comments this week from Rennie Mullenstein, who's the assistant for Australia, saying that perhaps he needs a bit more game time, that obviously he loves his time at Celtic, perhaps in the bigger picture of things he needs to play more regularly. How do you respond to that?
Well, he'll play if I pick him. He's played quite regularly of late, and played against Copenhagen, played very, very well, made a great contribution on Sunday, made a great contribution on Wednesday, and he's in the squad for tomorrow.
Is that just a classic case of an international manager trying to look after his own? Because I think he went on to say, listen, if he doesn't get game time, then maybe he should look elsewhere.
Well, that's Rennie's opinion, not mine. I think Tom's a great player. He had his injury problems early on in the season, but he's come back and he's looking very strong and fit.
See where you got this cushion without complacency creeping in. Would this be an opportunity for the guys that you brought in January to get some game time, or does you just keep pressing on?
Keep pressing on. Keep pressing on. There's players playing well, they deserve to keep their place, so I want them to get better as the season goes on rather than, come off it. So we're just going to keep pushing them until we get to the end line.
Can I ask you about the coronavirus? A lot of chat about it. What measures has the club taken with regards to this?
Well, there's executive meetings every morning, and medical staff are briefed every morning on what should and shouldn't happen, really, in terms of, we've been told not to shake hands with people or stop for selfies or, photographs. And that's not meaning to be rude or anything like that. It's just to avoid the spread. We have to protect the players here as much as we possibly can, and the staff. It's very important.
On the issue of protecting players, we've got the international week coming up. What happens there when you've got guys that are flying here, there and everywhere?
Well, the checks made on where they're going, where they're staying, and that will have to be looked at. So we're obviously keeping a very strong eye on that.
The league and the SFA put out a statement yesterday saying, listen, as far as we're concerned, it's business as usual. Mm-hmm. But they did state, to meet their kind of contractual obligations with the broadcasters, these fixtures need to take place, and in the worst case scenario, behind closed doors. Is that a view that you would share if it came to that?
It's not ideal. But they've had to do it in Italy. I don't know what measures they're taking elsewhere, but we'll have to take a view on that if and when that situation arises. It's not ideal,
What about the financial implication of that, where clubs have to play in front of empty stadiums for maybe months at a time? I think that's something clubs can survive with in top flight, not just Celtic.
I don't know. I don't know the financial situations of other clubs, but I would say it'd be very detrimental to their, financial well-being.
Do you think that there'd be some sort of package to compensate clubs in that situation, perhaps?
From who?
Government, the SFA. I'm not obviously.
Well, you're asking the wrong man. You might need to head up the Holyrood for that one. But look, I don't think we should. I think we're getting maybe a little bit too far ahead of ourselves at the minute, and we'll just have to, take it week by week.
But in the broader picture, try and get the fixtures fulfilled.
Yes. Yeah. We want to play the games, and obviously we want to play them in front of full houses and that, because that's what football's all about. Behind closed doors isn't ideal, but like I said, the club will guide me, on how to guide the players and the staff on that.
Did you find it weird after the Livingston game, not having to kind of shake hands, or what do you do?
What do you do? What does that mean? Is that how you shake hands these days, Ravan?
Actually, like you've been approached.
You look like you're dancing there.
If you've seen an opposition coach now, your natural reaction is just to say, right, well played.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's strange. I think me and Gary did the elbow bump as a bit of a laugh, but it's obviously not a humorous thing. It's a very serious thing, and hopefully it can be contained as quickly as possible.
We had Lee in earlier a moment ago. He was talking about his hopes of playing for Scotland and how he hadn't actually had any call or any update from Steve Clarke. He said perhaps Steve keeps his phone calls to the managers. Is that something you can maybe enlighten us on, whether there have been discussions as Steve's been keeping up on Lee's progress? The
last time I spoke to Steve was we played Kilmarnock. I think it was sort of late January. But no, I haven't had any more contact from him since.
Is Lee ready for a Scotland comeback?
I think so, yeah.
Neil, was there any update on Azani's situation, and might we see an extension to his loan?
Possibly. He's played a couple of development games. He's back training on a regular basis now. We've got another development game, I think, on Friday this day week. So, if he comes through that all right, then maybe he'll start to feature between now and the end of the season.
Do you think there's a correlation between both players and fans alike, maybe getting more up for games with more prestigious teams where the excitement's a factor, and maybe raising levels?
I think that's just naturally, I think that happens naturally. What do you mean?
Does it maybe not suit us being underdog, and how do we kind of break away from that mentality?
Us break away from it?
The players and the fans alike. Sometimes it can seem as if when we're not the underdog, the energy isn't matched for more prestigious teams.
I think throughout my time here, when the big European games come into town, there is that sort of crackling in the air, and if we are the underdog, there's that sense of sort of you read your game subconsciously. Footballers do that naturally, the human beings. I did it myself in my career when I was at Leicester. Going to Old Trafford, you wanted to prove you're good against the best, or Highbury against the Wenger teams. Teams do that when they come and play us. Sometimes they raise their levels. In terms of our players, for week in, week out, they're predominantly the favourites to win the game, and they overcome that. It's interesting when I came to Celtic, the shoe was only on the foot then. We were the big team that everyone wanted to take on, and you sort of start to realise, how difficult it can be to win every week. And the players now are going through that, and they're handling it brilliantly.
So
does that answer your question? Yeah.
Yes.
A quick word on St Mirren, Neil. What do you expect at the weekend?
I think Jim's improved him. He's been going 4-4-2 of late. Whether he goes with that tomorrow, I don't know. But we're concentrating on our own run at the minute. We're at home. I expect the game to be St Mirren to be difficult to break down at times, but I'm hoping we can do that. I want a front foot performance from us. I want us to, play aggressively. We were very aggressive in our approach on Wednesday night, and I thought we played very well and deserved better out of the game.
Injury-wise, all the same?
Yeah, it's just Olivier, and we're hoping he's going to start training next week.